January 28th, 2023. Guys, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Talk to you a little bit today about, does the police have the duty or the law to protect you? A lot of people think that because that sticker's on the car, protect and serve, that that's a requirement, that it's a law that they have to protect you. They don't. The Supreme Court has upheld it several times in several cases that the law enforcement does not have a legal duty to protect a citizen. That's why I always tell you, protect yourself and your family at all times, because it's up to you to protect yourself. We all seen the video last night. It was horrific, to be honest with you. And one thing that always gets me, if you ever watch those types of videos, you always hear the police, quit resisting, give me your arms. We seen it last night in the video. The police officer had both of his arms behind his back, controlling them as he was standing up, and another cop was yelling, give me your arms, and then proceeded to punch him and hit him with, asp and everything else. This happens a lot more than we know. This one here just got caught on video. How many times have we heard that, the body cam footage was corrupted, or it was never turned on, or it's got lost, or something like that. They also suspended 2 sheriff's deputies up there as of last night. They're suspended, following an investigation into it. Guys, this is why I tell you to protect yourself at all times. You have to. I even seen people in the chat when the room I was watching it in, the video I was watching it on, people were chatting, saying, well, that's why you don't run. You deserve what you get when you run. And I'm like, come on. Number one, should he have ran? No, probably not. But you have to understand, the police that pulled him over were in unmarked vehicles, according to what they're saying. They supposedly didn't have dash cams available in those cars. They were that new. The video, when we see the first video, we still don't know what led up to that traffic stop. There's no video of nothing. They immediately get out of the car and jerk them out of the car. It doesn't even look like a felony stop. It looks like, they boxed them in, go up the door, and just yank them out type stuff. Guys, this goes on a lot more than we see. It does. It's happened in my town, and I live in a small town. It happened in our jail. Some jailers got in trouble over a situation of beating an inmate. Guys, there's so much going on in the United States. We're in a powder keg right now, and people don't realize it. Thankfully, they didn't start rioting up in anywhere in Memphis last night that I've heard of. They protested, peaceful protest. They shut down I-55 for a while. Of course, the weekend's not over. I'm still not understanding why in the world they waited till 6, 7 p.m. on a Friday night to release the video. I understand they wanted to get businesses closed and people home, but doing it on a Friday night, that's strange to me. There's so much of this videos too. I mean, guys, there's something wrong with the videos. Have y'all noticed it? Some cops' body cams ain't on. It's just all over the place, right? And the unmarked police cars that pulled them over supposedly didn't have dash cams on them, so we don't know what occurred up to the point of where we finally see them getting them boxed in at the red light. Guys, this is why I tell you to protect yourself at all times. A lot of people are saying, well, he was resisting. You have 2 things ingrained in you: fight or flight. You're either going to fight or you're going to run. Now, you got to understand, when you're getting punched in the face or kicked by multiple people, you're going to protect yourself. That's something that's always bothered me. How many times have we seen like 5 cops, 6 cops laying on someone, one holding each leg, one holding each arm, one with a headlock or something like that, and yelling at him to put his hands behind his back while cops are holding his arms? You see? Guys, it's getting bad. It's getting bad with the police stuff out here. Like I said, it's happened in my small town at the local jail. I'm sure something like this has probably happened in your area before. Not as far as bad as beating someone to death. That hasn't happened in my area, but as far as police use of force, overuse of force has happened. What are we going to see from this? More than likely, we're going to see, it'll stay in the news for a couple of days, and then it's just going to go away until the court trial starts. Then it'll pick back up. This is the problem. They release this video like this, number one, telling us that we would see exactly what caused this, what caused that. We didn't really see nothing. We just saw a group of thugs, which is what they were thugs, beating on a man. That's what we saw. You know, you got to understand, everybody's for the thin blue line. Now, I've met cops. I know cops. Some of them are, most of the ones I know are pretty decent, but I have had my run-ins with the ones who are power tripping hungry people. You know, they're out there. They're everywhere. But you got to understand, even the good cops will back the bad cops. I mean, it's a brotherhood. That's what it is. It's a brotherhood. But to get back on point, the protect and serve should be took off the cars because they have no constitutional law that says they have to protect you. They don't. They are public servants. That's something they need to understand. And now, you know, I was amazed how many people that thought that the police are legally required to protect you. Just because I commented in that chat, you know, that you need to understand this. Now, you know, ask yourself, if you were getting beat by 5 people, would you keep trying to cover your face? More than likely you will. And how many times they mace them? 5 or 6? Heck, they wound up macing each other a couple times. But guys, I tell you, read up on stuff. I will put a link in here that is about they do not have a right to protect and serve you. It's not a law. They don't have to do it. So that's why I'm always telling you, please protect yourself and your family first, because you're the only one that can do it. You know, it's not going to get any better. It's not. I'm telling you, our country is falling. It's falling quicker and quicker. And now we got thugs out here in police uniforms. I mean, they've always been there. They've always been there. But I'm not saying all the cops are bad, but I have met a few myself that are power hungry. They like to poke you when they talk to you, or they like to come up and make it like they're your daddy when they're talking to you type people. Guys, stay safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times, please. Things are getting bad all over. If you're still watching, hit that subscribe button. Welcome to all the new subscribers, and thank you for subscribing. Stay safe, get prepped up, and we'll keep putting videos out. Keep watching and keep sharing.